I don't know. Girl, I don't know what the fuck her problem is. Oh, hi. I didn't see you there. You look good in them pants, boo.
You cannot do ugly things to people and expect to live a beautiful life.
Hey.
Well, it's SaraJean from SaraJean's Journey.
Saturday, we'll be back at it.
Hey, my lovelies. B2U is now an amazing channel, growing exponentially.
Her name is Queen of Spade. Okay, well,
As everyone knows, has said we would stop talking about each other.
Congratulate my ex be awesome.
Blocking me? Knowing your people be sharing my shit.
but also, I just wanted to come back on and just say, you know, and she's in there, and they're telling her about my YouTube channel, so she hopped on the live, and so she was fucking with me in the chat.
Take a second and listen, please, y'all.
Vacation, see? I'm jealous. Where did you go? I want to know. I really want to know. Hey, Sarah, I know you're here. Hi.
My business be confusing you because you're not supposed to be in it.
And I'm just like, I don't live there anymore, babe.
Let's just be clear that there's not any time of the day within any year that if we squared up, that you would beat my ass.
Dirty deleting and hiding and privating and all this shit. Y'all better be coming after your girl, Sarah.
Y'all, I cannot. That is Koli, of course, tonight.
And I'm done.
Hello, all of my fabulous, beautiful people, and how are you all doing today? I hope that you are all doing very, very well. Hello, Joe. I am glad that you are almost off work, make it home. Hello. This is what this looks like, by the way, to those of us on StreamYard. So we have to figure out something out here, YouTube, where you all have the same emojis. Because this looks ridiculous, okay? I'm just saying. I'll go ahead and say it. So I hope everyone is having a fabulous, fabulous, fabulous day. It is a long weekend here. It is Victoria Day on Monday, and therefore it is a holiday. And so I'm having a fantastic time. And today is the day. The day has cometh. It has cometh. And for those that are in the anti-MLM realm, for those that are in the drama realm, for those that are in the commentary realm, you know what I mean when I say the day has cometh that we talketh about this drama-ith. I'll stop trying to sound like a really bad Shakespeare now, I promise. For the last, just over a year now, there has been a back and forth between SaraJean's Corner and As Seen by a Subscriber. Now, I am going to be completely transparent today, and I am going to let you know, what the hell does this have to do with me? Why am I all of a sudden in more drama? After all, we know that apparently I just go around causing drama for everybody on the internet if you ask certain people out here. But what happened with this drama that brought myself, and I'm sure many other people, including B, who we are going to talk about in a moment as well, is When this drama popped off, what originally had happened is SaraJean got into an argument with a few of the anti-MLM creators. For those that are maybe not aware, the anti-MLM community on YouTube here has become quite the clique, quite the cult. I'll say it. I've been saying it. People been getting mad. My existence makes people mad, so I don't really give a fuck. I'll say it how it is. And it has turned into a place where it's not just about speaking out about MLM pyramid schemes anymore. It has been cliquey. There has been nonstop drama since 2020 in the Kimber Leah, Emily Leah versus Illuminati and the Blair drama. All of that was popping off all at the same time. Okay, so we had Cruel World, Happy Mind, and Illuminati going at it. We had Kimber Leah, Savannah Marie, and Emily Leah going at it. And then ever since then, this place has been a complete mess. No one wants to admit it. No one wants to actually deal with the real problems on this platform. Everyone just wants to sit around and do drama streams on each other or drama IG stories on each other and get looped up in what is now described as the anti-MLM cult. And why is it described as a cult? Well, because if you are in that realm, you are not allowed to cover anything else. For example, when I made this live stream today, I had people commenting to me saying, "Don't you make anti-MLM stuff? Doesn't that mean that you should only be talking about MLMs? You're only allowed to talk about MLMs on the internet." So for the last couple of years, anyone that has tried to join this community has been met with drama. All the way down to doxing. Swatting has occurred. There have been groups of people that have been going around here just creating drama between different anti-MLM creators for fun. And then there are people such as Savannah Marie, which will blame people like anti-MLM police in live streams, and then a bunch of drama pops off again. So unfortunately, during all of this time, about a year ago, because again, this drama's never died down. People go, "Why are you bringing up drama in 2024? I said, "I don't know. You guys bring up 2019 and 2020 to me all over and over and over again. So what's the problem?" But the problem is that the drama never ceased. Okay? It never stopped. And what happened is because that drama never stopped, it compiled into almost like piles upon piles upon piles of drama between creators. A lot of us out here that are in this realm that have became crazy paranoid. We didn't want other people to come talk to us. We were scared to make friends. We had a lot of concern trolling going on. And like I said, a lot of us were getting doxxed. We were getting hate groups made on us, etc., etc. And a lot of us have been trying to figure out what the hell is going on. It's not just me, by the way. I am just the most open and honest and transparent and the one that doesn't give a fuck because I'm the smallest one here. So, while all of this is happening, we are having new people join the anti-MLM community, as new people always do want to join communities. Hello, Kendall. I hope that you are doing well today. Good to see you. SaraJean was one of those people that wanted to join our community. SaraJean, brand new, has experience with MLMs, as most of us have joined 1 or 2 or 8. We have people in our realm that have joined up to 8. Yes, that's a real thing. And want to speak out about them. MLMs are socially acceptable. 18 million people a year minimum in the USA alone join them. It does not mean you're stupid. It does not mean that you are a ripoff artist. It does not mean you're a scammer if you are in one. They are extremely manipulative and they take over people's lives. They are a cult. There is a hustle cult out here, if you will. Hustle culture in itself is a fucking cult. Watch my channel for more info. So poor SaraJean shows up to our community. I don't know if she was 100% aware of any of the drama that took place, as most people that are new are not. There's a misconception out here that when you join a community, you're supposed to know every single person inside and out. in that community, what they're all about. Because what if there's one bad person in your community? Then that must mean that you as a creator are bad. Again, see the drama with Illuminati and Click. He had a predator in his community. They dealt with it. Years later, she's still saying that he is, supportive of that behavior. See a lot of that out here. It's a thing. So a lot of people, when they join on to communities, they don't know what's gone on in that community before the day that they joined. Okay? So I'm not sure if Sarah was aware that there was a lot of drama popping off between creators already. And there was just another fight that had just broken out between creators where a bunch of creators had split up again. And another creator in our realm was actually starting to be doxxed and had a hate group formed on them. And it's as it's been happening out here since 2020. And so part of it was bad timing. That's what I'm trying to say. So when SaraJean entered our community, there was a lot of shit going on behind the scenes that no one knew. A lot of you still don't know. A lot of you still do not know. You are starting to learn. You are starting to see. You are starting to become aware. But a lot of us that have been speaking out about this for years get told that we're crazy, we're nuts, we're seeing things, and go KYS, okay? Things like that. So unfortunately, like I said, I don't feel like SaraJean was aware of everything that was going on. So when she approached a creator and she wanted this creator to accept her into their community, it didn't happen. For some reason, Julie Joe decided to just start attacking Sarah all over the internet instead of dealing with this as a mature adult. Okay, this community claims that they're against fair gaming. This community claims they're against drama. This community claims that they're against hate mobs and etc. But for a community that claims to be against all these things, boy, do you all sure run a hell of those things that you claim to be against. So SaraJean, a channel with nothing. She had maybe 50 subs at the most at this time. If that, I don't even think it was that. Ask Julie Joe, something about her channel. Julie Joe gets very upset. Julie Joe is a large creator out here. We also don't have any rules apparently out here about punching down. So Julie Joe had a whole subscriber base, thousands upon thousands, and they were all attacking SaraJean. This isn't the first time this has happened. And unfortunately, when this happens, I guess since I'm the one that speaks out about it, the person ends up reaching out to me. There are dozens of small creators that have tried to enter this anti-MLM community since 2020 that have literally given up, that have been bullied out, and etc. SaraJean is one of them. Because after that happened, she didn't want drama. Okay? So she reached out to me because Julie Joe and her had gotten into an argument, and somehow CC Suarez was brought in, and a bunch of the mean girls of our community, the ones that claim that they run our community, got brought in, and it became all of the mean girls versus Sarah with less than 50 subs. All of those are very large creators, and therefore that was a very unfair fight. I spoke on this on my channel. I tried to stick up for Sarah a little bit, and so did Koli. In walks As Seen by a Subscriber. When I met As Seen by a Subscriber, she and I hated each other. She did not like me. She wanted to take the side of CC Suarez and JJ and stuff. And I was a little confused because of what had just happened with Sarah. I was kind of like, can you not open up and see that obviously we have a Mean Girls Club here? Come on, get it together. But, again, I've been saying this since 2020. Ain't no one out here listening to me. I'm the girl with the mental health issues, so it must be lying, right? Good old community that's also advocates for mental health. The SJW community, too. Makes me laugh, okay? That shit's funny to me. little bit of hypocrisy, if you will. So Koli had done this video on me where she tried to cover an argument that Cece Suarez and I had gotten into, and she mixed up the timeline. And I know she mixed up the timeline because the argument had just happened, and I remembered the way it went. I may have some health issues. I may have mental health issues, but that does not automatically mean that I have no memory, don't know what happens out here, or twists and turns everything. Okay? That's not what it means. Stop saying it does. End the stigma, jerks. So she came out to kind of be like, this is drama, Queen's drama, blah, blah, blah. And then somehow the two of them became very close friends, as seen by a subscriber and SaraJean. They became best friends, and I don't really know how it happened much, because as seen by a subscriber and I went back and forth a little bit where I tried to explain to her my side. She didn't want to hear it. She said she was right. I said I was right. You know how it goes out here with little arguments. It wasn't that big of a deal, but of course, if you even go and look on her channel right now, you are going to see that there are videos about me on there. So this is as seen by a subscriber. As you see, she has 442 subscribers. I wouldn't normally do a stream like this. However, I want to remind you, Koli, that you asked me to cover this. You've been asking me to cover this drama for months. I have refused to, and I will tell you why by the end of this. So there's a lot of videos on here. If you just scroll down just a little bit, oh, look, there's me. There's me. Oh, there's me again. There, I believe this is also about me. Go down a little bit more. I know that there's at least one or two more about me on here. But basically, Koli, your channel, it is me and Sarah. And then you go after Tyree and, you know, other people that you maybe get into arguments with. Oh, there it is. Dear Queen of Spades, stop. Yes, formerly known. So there's a few still up. So since we have made up, these are still up. I just want to do a comparison because you see, Sarah and I have also gotten into a small argument. I still have no clue what it was about. I never watched her video she made to me because I knew that we were just getting in trouble for nothing over here. Damn, I was about to go live. Well, I'm not going to be long shot, and then I would love to come and watch your live. But yeah, so Sarah and I got into a small argument. I still to this day don't know what happened. Me and her were absolutely fine. And when these two, you know, kind of had drama popping off at the very beginning, I was telling both of them to stop. I didn't take a side. I still, to both of them, have not taken a side. I have been completely neutral and told them both to lay off of the other one equally as each one streams about the other in the last year back and forth. But Sarah had made a video on me because she got a little upset at me, I guess. And the one thing you'll notice is it's not on here. Because when Sarah and I made up and she realized that, you know, that was drama out of nowhere, because I still don't know what the hell happened, she went and she deleted the video. So I just want to point that out. I feel like it is important information for everybody to know. But as you can see, these two have been going back and forth. There are a lot of videos to each other on their platform. Sarah, I wish you would just stick to the true crime, girl, but I get it. I get it. So recently, just the other day, this creator here, BTU, did a video. She did a video. Was it a video or was it a live, my dear? A video, yeah. So she did a video called Stop It, Koli, Why All the Lies? And I was tagged in it. I was tagged in it because I'm seen in both chats. often telling the other one to leave the other one alone. This drama has been popping off for over a year, and everybody's sick of it. Everybody's sick of it, okay? Everyone that knows Sarah is sick of hearing about Koli. Everyone that knows Koli, as seen by a subscriber, is sick of hearing about Sarah. I guarantee you. Sick of it. Done. Just had it up to here. And I know what that's like because, again, I have a lot of drama myself. I've got a lot of drama myself, and I have people that are constantly trying to get me into drama. Hell, today I apparently had people streaming about how they wanted to demonetize my channel because I covered them. People don't like it when I cover them. But, Koli, you asked me to cover this drama. And so here I am. I am providing my services. It's just, I don't know if you're all going to like what I have to say. And I don't know the best way to go about doing all of this other than, as of late, both people were supposed to leave the other alone. Sarah was told don't talk about as seen by a subscriber. Koli, as seen by a subscriber. It's a long name, okay? It's a lot to say. It's even longer than Queen of Karma, for fuck's sakes. She was told to leave Sarah alone. Very hard thing to do. As someone that, again, when you're on here and you have constant accusations thrown at you, it is very hard to ignore them and just continue on with life. I don't know why people out here think they have to pretend like it's easy. I don't know why people out here think that it makes you look tough if you go around threatening people that talk about you, for example, or copyright claiming or whatever you people do. But it's just, it seems to be part of the culture on here. People go back and forth with drama too. That is half the culture on here. It's a problem. I wish YouTube could just be a place where people came and they talked about their passions, advocated for or against something, and then went the fuck home. But it's not. Unfortunately, it is filled with drama. Drama brings in the views right now. And therefore, I do feel like people are pushed into doing drama. There's been times where I don't want to talk about drama on my channel that I'm in. And then I have a whole group of people going, well, you have to talk about this. You have to talk. Right now, I am trying to ignore the Blair drama. And I have people every day asking me to talk about it. And I am like, I do not want to. I am too involved. So, what is going on with these two is they've both been asked to leave the other alone. And it has not happened. And so I believe that right now, people are trying to figure out who the problem is. My whole thing is that both of you seem to want to go back and forth. But I understand. I understand what it is like to have somebody talking about you nonstop on here and for you to feel like you need to stick up for yourself. So I am trying to, I've never stolen anyone's content when there's something called fair use on here. So if you make content on the toobz, people are allowed to react to it. If you do not like that, and trust me, I have thousands of people react to me, sweetheart. You come back when you have someone with 40K subscribers taking your content and reacting to you. Okay? Then maybe you can complain, because I've already been there. Right? I'm all Illuminati'd out. Same, exactly. I don't want to touch on it. I don't want to talk about it. I've talked about drama that she's created before, and everyone told me I was lying and to shut up, so I give it out, right? You admitted to it. I've never admitted to it, anything like that, because you cannot steal people's content when you are reacting. There is plenty of proof of you being called out for your lies, and you ignore them. I had drama in 2020. It is 2023. You need to get over it and move on. And see, this is why I'm doing this. Because I, as you can see, know what it's like to have some old ass stale drama from a year, 2, 3 years ago and have people constantly bugging you to talk about it. And I try not to. So, I mean, it depends who you ask. Half of them say that I don't talk about it and that I ignore it. The other half say that all I do is talk about it nonstop, all over the place, just spurging out about it nonstop everywhere because they can't get their story straight. So, what happened is when you're told not to talk about the other person, it seems like there's always this group out here on the interwebs that will push you to talk about them. The viewers love drama. The viewers love to see two creators go at it. The viewers don't give a fuck about you or your mental health. They don't give a fuck about you or what you're going through. They don't give a fuck about anything. They legit just want to see creators fight. And the bloodier the fight is, the better. The good news is that luckily, there have been some people in this, on both of these girls' sides here, that have been trying to stop the drama, that have been telling them both to stop, that have been trying to help Sarah move on. There have been people that have been trying to help Koli move on. And I think that right now we've hit like a boiling point where it's now like boiled up. All of the drama from over the past year has now boiled up, and it's gotten to the point where their friends are now feeling like they need to come and speak out on each other's behalf. Then you get real messy. All right. Then you start getting into teams, and it's these people versus these people. And you have mad content being made back and forth and back and forth. We lucky that we don't have doxing or swatting out here and shit like that. Honestly, hello, my husband. Could see you. That's just the way it is. So I think it's important that we talk about this. And I, myself, and BTU are two people that have been on the outside watching this entire thing go down since the very beginning. Right? We have, seen everything. I'm sure she has equally seen as many of, as you've seen by subscribers, deleted lives as I have. I'm sure she's even seen the stream about me that Sarah made that I didn't watch. So I feel like her video was a good sort of sum up of what has been happening as of late with this drama. And I think it's a great place for us to start. Also, she looks really, really cute. And she seems like somebody I would totally hang out with. So I just think it's a good place to start. Kendall says, I can honestly say that I don't want to see creators go at each other. I've had my fill of drama in the past with my family. Same, but again, when people's channels seem to die out here, then they bring up drama. They go, oh, I'm going to go cover Queen of Spade now because Shani's not live 12 hours a day, And that's what happens. And then you have people bringing up old stale drama from 3 years ago that nobody in their right mind gives a fuck about anymore. And I don't want this to become that. I don't want this to be some dragged out drama between these two that is going on for 4 or 5 years. And there's just so much of it that no one can make heads or tails out of it. So then Sarah and Koli are just left to fight until the end of time. Because that's what's happened to me with Bells and Valkyrie and them. Nobody wants to touch it. There's just so much of it over the years that there's swatting, and there's doxing, and there's straight up CAS coming to my house over 40 times, and etc., right? So it's like people see that, they go, this is really messy. I don't even want to fucking go near it. I'm like, yeah, I don't want to go near it either, I don't want this to turn into that. And we've gotten to a point now where this is going in real life. We are having people's in real life friends now being reached out to. So then that's when I come out and I say, yo, put the fucking brakes on this shit now. Because you do never, ever, ever, ever need to go real life on here. I've never called the cops on someone. I have never called CPS on anyone. I've never even doxed people. We just make up I dox people out here. And then I found out that they're not even doxes. Okay? So even the things I thought I did, apparently I did not do. So, again, you don't want this to blow up to all of that. So I think it would be a good time to sit down and just talk about what's going on here with these two. Talk about drama. Talk about how hard it is to move on from drama. Because you guys aren't alone. Like I said, all of us have trouble moving on. If people are telling you they don't have trouble moving on, they're fucking lying to you. I guarantee you. Everybody has trouble moving on when there's groups of people talking about their shit all over the internet. Even the toughest of the toughest would have trouble. Okay? Don't let people tell you you're weak because of that. It's a stupid stigma out here. Good morning, Purple Sky. I hope you're well. So I think we should listen to what B has to say about everything because, like I said, it's popped off a little bit as of late. And I think all of us want to try to subside, try to stop this from happening, from blowing up more, and just kind of try to solve whatever can be solved here. So, B, what do you have to say to us?
Hi, it's me, B. Long time no see. So, I'm just coming off of...
Hello, Sarah. I'm glad you could make it. At the end, I'll drop you a link if you want to come up.
Strep throat, and then I got that big virus, the big virus I can't talk about. And then bronchitis pneumonia. Life's been good. And this is as good as it gets for right now, but it's way better than it was. But this is it. But you know who's compelled me to speak again? So I'm gonna be honest with you that I just did a 20-minute video speaking on this subject, only to turn around. So let's see how I can clear this up faster. So last night there was a live.
So see, she's cute. She's sweet. I'm not getting the... One sec, sweetheart. 1 second. I'm not getting the impression that she is here to start problems. That's why I like her so far.
Live done by Koli and Mandy. And then this morning it was gone. And now it's back again. So while it was gone, I recorded a 20-minute video on it.
Yeah, and now it's gone again. I went to go grab it before the stream last night at about 10-11 p.m. Eastern. It was gone again. It is no more. However, a bunch of us were there. I myself was there for a bunch of it, which is why I think I'm tagged in this video.
Being gone. So guess what? Before I could even upload it, it's back. So by the time I upload this, it may be gone. So I don't know where I'm at in this story because it's there, it's gone, it's there, it's gone, it's there, it's gone. So I do want to say that she started off her video at 18 minutes and 17 seconds, wanting to know why Sarah just won't leave her alone.
And that is how a lot of the videos start. A lot of Koli's videos lately have started off with her claiming that she wants advice from people on how to move on, or she wants answered questions as to why Sarah won't leave her alone. My whole thing is that it's very obvious to me that she needs some kind of closure. Now, the question becomes, does Sarah then owe her that closure? No. Right? Sarah shouldn't have to do anything to give her that closure. It's like, for example, I have mad drama. I've gotten a lot of closure from my drama over the years. Have those people come and apologized and made right? A lot of them not. So I've had to find other ways for me to get my closure with things. Koli should be doing that. Instead, I feel she keeps asking for something from Sarah. And that's where a lot of this drama kind of keeps accumulating from, right? As she comes on, she says, I need answers about this. I need advice about how to deal with this. And then it kind of goes from there.
Why can Sarah just not leave her alone? SaraJean is who we're speaking about. She continues to call her Sarah, knowing it's a confusion to other Sarahs, but SaraJean. Why can't SaraJean just leave her alone? She's tired of it, fed up with that. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to tell you I'm tired of it. So we start off with that at, like I said, 18, 17. Maybe we could.
Sarah just cannot leave me alone. I gotta fuck the virtual background. I can't do it. It's driving me insane.
Sarah can just not leave me alone. Okay. So then I want to state to that I know for a fact for the last year, Sarah took a break from speaking on Koli whatsoever. Did I speak on Koli? Absolutely I did.
I think a lot of people have spoken on this drama, and I don't think that they've done so. At least when I see Tyree and I see a lot of you guys posting up the clips and stuff, I don't see it as you guys wanting to keep the drama going. And I very much know what that looks like. Trust me. I see you guys as wanting to archive what's happening because you know that these things get deleted a lot. And that's how I've taken it. That's how I think most people have taken it on the outside. It's just, I'm sure to Koli, right, it feels like she's being attacked by a group of people. B says, I tagged you because she put your comment on screen and spoke directly to you, but as we know, it is down now. Yes, and my comment that she was putting on screen was, I was talking to her about how she did need to move on. We're going to get to Mother's Day very soon, so I'll actually wait until we get there to kind of go into details, but I figured that much. I was like, B probably saw me there and wanted to tag me in this because it's obvious I have been around.
Did people associated with SaraJean speak on Koli? Absolutely, because Koli needs to be spoke on. But during that time of SaraJean not speaking on her, Koli sticks to right now as I never made a dedicated stream about SaraJean. True. One truth Koli has told. One. She did not do a dedicated stream in that year.
But we're getting into drama semantics, aren't we? We're doing that thing where we say, oh, I didn't make one dedicated, but, you know, all of the streams that I did, that was all I talked about. Am I right?
Every stream she did, and I mean every stream she did, she spoke about, insinuated something every single time. And I'm not meaning like not every single time Koli did a video, a live, she spoke about SaraJean. Did she do dedicated videos? No. She's correct in that statement. But she did speak on her.
And at that time, Sarah was doing true crime. There was a bunch of us that were kind of saying to her, stick with true crime, Sarah. Can you please, instead of talking about Koli, can you find another passion? Okay, I get anti-MLM. Hell, girl, I'm leaving there too. A lot of us are kind of like, we just talk about scams now. You know, but she found a passion in talking about some local cases. I was like, that's perfect. Please do that. But again, as we know, when people are constantly talking about you, it's hard. It's hard to just forget and then continue on with your own content. I have trouble doing it, and I have several different subjects that I cover.
Every time. And I'm in Sarah's corner. Most people know that. So I'm over here like, Sarah, it's just Koli, let it go. I know it hurts, and consoling her through it, and basically saying, don't say, and I regret it. Let me state that today too. But I told her, just don't. It's not worth it. She's not worth your peace. She's not worth this. She's not worth your channel being all about her. It's just.
Don't regret it. Don't regret it, because that was the best advice that you could have given her at that time. That's what she needed to hear. And I know you're going to say that you regret saying that, probably because she didn't get to archive as much as she should have, because things go missing. And I don't know. Sometimes even when I look back on my own, I think about that. But at the same time, she needed people around her that were telling her not to engage. Because when something like that's going on, it's almost better not to engage it.
It's not worth it. So Sarah did not, she's like, again. So what she started doing recently was, see, Koli would do these things and then she would delete them. So it was like a figment of your imagination. Did she do it or did she not? You had to figure it out, because you're not going to find it on Koli's channel, because Koli deletes everything. I say delete. And when I say delete, it may be privated, unlisted, something to that degree.
And I do want to say that there have been streams from a few years ago, a couple years ago, when this drama like really started to pop off. What would it have been, about a year and a half ago or so? There were some videos and streams that Koli made that got privated, and then she started to almost re-release them. And then I feel like that kind of lit the fire here again.
It's where the public cannot see it. So when I say delete and dirty delete, it was there, it was visible for everybody, and then it was gone.
Yeah, and then you look like a crazy person. I had a creator that did 12-hour videos about me every single day. He went back, he deleted all of them. And now 3 years later, they tell me that they didn't exist. It's like, sweetheart, I have reactions to them. If I hadn't have reacted to those, though, then what? And that's the position that I feel like Sarah's in right now. She didn't react to all of those. There's a lot of things that are deleted, so it's really hard to say, this is what is happening to me. Because then when the public goes to check, right, it doesn't matter that B saw it. It doesn't matter I saw it. It doesn't matter Tyree saw it. It doesn't matter Jenny Lee saw it. It doesn't matter who actually saw the shit go down. When anyone else goes to look it up, it's gone. So it's easy for people to say, well, I can't find it, so you guys must be lying, right? And that's kind of the issue that we're having a little bit here.
And that's what I mean. And it could very well still be there. You just can't see it. That's what I mean by when I say delete. Please understand that's what I'm trying to say.
And I do feel like they might not be fully deleted, because we do know that she does put them back up at times, right? That we've seen that before. Yes, that's happened too. Exactly. So it's like she's probably just privating, unlisting. And then for all we know, in another year from now, and I think this is part of the fear when creators do this to someone, is it's like, okay, but if I do move on in 2 years from now, when I haven't talked about this for 2 years and I've moved on and I'm doing bigger, better things, is this person then going to decide to release those videos again? Right? It's almost like they hold it over your head.
But so she would take these things down and leave everybody to like, it didn't happen. Did it happen? Maybe, we knew it happened, but, to the public, it was like, but I didn't see it. Okay, just because you didn't, it doesn't mean it didn't happen. But anyway, so that happened. So SaraJean started doing documentation on her community post, a short of whatever she would take.
Because most of us, I was this person too, Sarah. Most of us don't think we have to document everything, right? If you're not out here doing fuck shit to people, you don't realize that you better be documenting every single conversation you have. Record every voice chat. Save all the screenshots, because why would you ever think of doing that? I went through a lot of 2019 and 2020 like that. So for my cancel culture bullshit, they have a lot of me responding to people, but they don't have a lot of what those people said first, right? It's very easy to look like you're being victimized when you only have, like, for example, messages that Sarah sent as seen by a subscriber, but then you don't have the messages that Koli wrote first to start Sarah getting upset. Do you know what I'm saying? And I've had that happen. And so I know what it's like, because when you're not doing these things to people, you don't think of them. I had to learn the culture out here all over again in 2019, 2020. Because the last time I was on the internet, you couldn't just make up shit about people like you can today. Like, the shit out here is ridiculous. Someone could just come out here on the platform and go, this woman posts CP of her child, and a whole bunch of people go, okay, I believe you. Let's go cancel that here fucking pedophile. Instead of being like, well, do you have proof? No. Oh, well then we have an issue out here with confirmation bias. We have an issue out here with hate mobs. We have an issue out here with subscribers being sheep and cults of personality. So when you're not out here doing things to other people, you don't think, I better hold proof of every single thing this person does to me. You know, Sarah didn't think to save all of this because when they started talking, they were close friends. If you don't fuck over people, you don't go, I should save all of this in case this person fucks me over. Normal people don't think in internet drama terms. Okay? Those of us that are normal are not going around here on this platform going, I better save this, better archive this, better hold on to this. I might need this in 6 months from now so that I can blast this person. You know what I mean? But then people do that to you and you're like, what the hell? And then you start to archive. Someone doesn't go away for like a year. Then you start to keep track. Right? Ken says, I've been called all kinds of things. It was surprising at first. I think it is for everyone. It's a completely different internet culture out here on YouTube and Twitter than anywhere else. They have their own way of doing things, especially for the smaller creators. Those of us that are smaller, that have to deal with the bottom of YouTube scumbags out here. Yeah. A lot of bullshit goes on. A lot of swatting, a lot of doxing, and a lot of creators that don't give a fuck about slandering people and what that can do to them in real life.
Either a clip or a screenshot or something to signify that live, that moment, a clip of it or a text of it or whatever. And she put it on her channel. So over on SaraJean's channel, there is content currently
from about the last 2 months. Before that, there was not. Sarah's only been doing this for what, a month and a half, 2 months at the most, Sarah? That's on your channel. Before that, you wouldn't have seen anything.
Koli saying, you did this yesterday, you did this today, you did this last night, you sent me another message, you've done this, you've done that, and she's keeping a chrono.
It's really strange too when you're on here and you don't want to talk to someone ever, and then they continuously like make accounts to message you or like constantly contact you, and you're like, I don't want to have contact. Has she written you yet and been like, oh, you blocked me, you must be scared? Because that one's always my favorite. I always get a kick out of that one. I get that all the time. You blocked me. You must be scared of me. I blocked you because I don't want to talk to you. And for some reason, you're like obsessed with me. You really want to talk to me really, really bad. You won't go away until you do. So see, I get the struggle.
The logical order of it happening, because for years she didn't do this and let it go.
Yeah, they do that.
And people don't know it happened. Not everybody. I mean, people do know. There's a lot of people who have seen it, witnessed it, and they do know that this has happened. But if you go to look for the proof, it's not there because Koli deleted it. So fast forward to last night, she comes in hot, right? Comes in hot. Sarah's got to stop lying on me. Sarah's got to leave me alone. Leave me alone, Sarah. So it started out that way.
Which, by the way, that was a little strange because the live stream I had gone to before that was actually as seen by a subscriber going, I sent Sarah a song and she didn't accept it. And I'm going, but if you're beefing, why are you sending her a song? Out of nowhere. Just like, here's a song, Sarah. This reminded me of you. I, like, can't wrap my head around why that would be okay. But, you know, whatever. And then the next stream, it's, why doesn't Sarah leave me alone? But did you not send her a song? I was very confused.
And then Jenny shows up in the chat, Jenny Lee. And
I love Jenny Lee. She watches me too. She's a very sweet girl.
And so Jenny's like, why are you talking about me? Stop talking about me, kind of thing. And I didn't talk about you. Thank you, Jenny Lee, for coming in and getting that cleared up, because it did finally happen. So Mandy comes and joins the panel, and Jenny Lee's in chat saying, but this happened. And Koli's like, no, it didn't happen that way. It did. It did happen that way. So Mandy said, well, just show it, you know. And Koli's like, I have the video. So Koli pulls up the video that Jenny Lee's mentioned in. And starts playing it. And it's pretty meek and mild in the beginning. That's kind of Koli's one way or the other. It's kind of meek. And Jenny's like, no, keep it playing, because it's coming. Where you upset me is coming. So she makes Mandy says, keep it playing, Koli. So it plays through, and it happens. It's shown, it's there. Where she criticizes Jenny Lee, she goes after Jenny Lee for blocking her. How many people do you have blocked, Koli? How many people have you created your damn echo chamber? You have done this. And
I never understand that. I will never understand that. Ever. Never understand that. You know? I don't understand. Like, I have a bunch of these people too. Citrus is one of them. It's like, I blocked you. I don't want to talk to you. All right? You chase me around the internet, trying to talk to me nonstop, and I block you. And then when I block you, you go, why do you block me? If I unblock you and I respond, then I'm stalking you. So it's like, I'm just going to keep you blocked. And then you'll open up a fake account to come talk to me. I'll block that one. And then you'll open up another fake to come talk to me. I'll block that one too. And I'm going to keep blocking every fake account you open. It doesn't say anything about me. People got to look at you and go, bitch, why are you opening up 60 accounts to talk to someone that doesn't want to talk to you? Like, who's the problem in that situation? Right? Right? You gotta ask. Just saying. If Sarah's blocked you, if Jenny Lee has blocked you, if anyone's blocked you, that means you blocked, go away. It doesn't mean the person's scared. It doesn't mean you won some internet argument. It literally just means the person does not want to have contact with you anymore. They want you to go away. So then you go away. If you don't go away and you continue on, you're now the harasser. I don't give a fuck what the other person did. All right? They could have burned down a whole building with children inside. But if you're not leaving them alone, you're still harassing a criminal. Here in Canada, we have the criminal code. You should know better. So I just, I don't understand that way of thinking, and I never will. Like, if someone blocks you, go away. If someone doesn't want you around anymore, just go away. It's not hard. I do it all the time. Someone doesn't want me around, I go, okay, peace out. I leave. I don't come back. They usually follow me around after that. And I'm going, well, what thought you told me to go away? Like, the hell, dude? So I don't understand. If someone blocks you, leave them the hell alone. Doing anything else puts you in the wrong.
You blame everybody else. And so it finally came clear that she did do this to Jenny Lee. So then Jenny Lee opens the door about the Mother's Day text. Koli's ready to get rid of her because, you know, she's already gotten caught. So,
Yeah.
Minnie's
That was a song, right? The song was the Mother's Day text. And she sent Sarah a song on Mother's Day. And I did what you told me to do, by the way, B. We got the lyrics. Sent Sarah a song, Mother's Day, out of nowhere. Imagine, you're not talking to someone. You've been beefing them for over a year. You've blocked them. Okay? And on Mother's Day, they send you a text with the song. We'll get into the song, too. It's, interesting.
like, no. Did it happen? Did it happen? Did you? No, I didn't text her. I sent her a song. I did send her a song. And we all know that song. Oh, crap, I didn't. Nothing Left Behind by Jelly Roll. Pull it up, play the lyrics, listen, or like print, get the written lyrics. And she's talking about S and heaven and different things and drinking and drugs and
Yep, let's look at the lyrics right now. I actually have them up because I was like, you know what? Let's go and talk about the song. I think we need to. I think we need to talk about the song. So the song is actually Nothing Left at All. It's by Jelly Roll. And I don't know the song. I had to go and look this up. All right, yeah. We're going to have to do this. There we go. That's better. I had to go and look it up. So these are the lyrics. So imagine it's someone you're beefing with that sends you this on Mother's Day. I stayed up late, patiently waiting, wishing you could call, dreaming of memories lost in time, knowing they're all gone. So I take this bottle and drown my sorrows and throw it against the wall. The higher you fly, the harder you fall, till there's nothing left at all. 4 a.m, I cannot sleep. I am depressed, sitting up in my bed. My demons are roaring. They're bothering me. I'm sitting here with a gun to my head. Yep. Finger on trigger. What if I squeeze? Does that mean that my problems will leave? Get rid of what's bothering me. Does that mean that I'm finally free? I think of my daughter. I think of my wife. I think of my brothers. I think of my life. Can't leave them with bad news. My life is a crapshoot. I'm just shaking the dice. Had a dream last night. I could hear you say, son, just be strong. You gonna be okay. Tell the truth. I don't feel that way. I still feel fucked up to this day. Even when I'm high, I just sit and cry and wonder why I still feel this pain. I wish heaven wasn't so far away. I wish I could visit just for a day. I still had so much left to say. Bow our heads. Let us pray. Roman Shaw. Stayed up late, patiently waiting, wishing you could call, dreaming of memories lost in time, knowing they're all gone. So I take this bottle and drown my sorrows and throw it against the wall. The higher you fly, the harder you fall, till there's nothing left at all. I feel like my past won't allow me to grow. Feel like this liquor is drowning my soul. I mean, maybe if he would stop with the liquor, then he could grow. I'm just throwing it out there. Why am I spiraling out of control? I cannot get myself out of this hole. I keep trying. I keep crawling. The sound of silence, I hear it calling. I was flying, now I'm falling. My health declining. I'm an alcoholic. Call it what you want to call it. There's no one else. It's just myself. Alone in thought, I stand and dwell. I'm the go-to guy, so who do I go to when I need some help? No one gives a fuck about me. I'm on my own. If misery loves company, then why am I alone? I pour another drink just to get in my zone. I swear that I'm a change, but I know that I won't. Let me face the facts. Wish I could take it back. Wish I could fade to black. Wish I could change the past. But in my mind, I wish that I could rewind, press pause, and live my life inside a moment of time, but I can't. Stayed up late, patiently waiting, wishing you could call, dreaming of memories lost in time, knowing they're all gone. So I take this bottle and drown my sorrows. So I don't know why I can't read that word today. My sorrows, and throw it against the wall. The higher you fly, the harder you fall, till there's nothing left at all. Till there's nothing left at all. Like, okay. Okay. Hello, Josh. I hope that you are doing well. A little strange of a song to send to Sarah. I'll say it. I'm sure other people are thinking it. I mean, that's why B brought it up in her video. A bit bizarre. It sounds like they had a romantic breakup. And I think that that is kind of why people are saying that this is getting a little creepy now. It already was, but now it's like no one can ignore it, if you will.
Why she sent that to SaraJean is still
weird.
Nobody knows, but she admitted to it. But then she kind of walked it back. But if you listen close enough, it's there. And then so it goes.
Yeah, exactly, Ken. That sounded like a love lost song, and I think the main things that stick out to most people is that what you just said, that it sounds like something you would send to an ex, and also that there's a lot of like depression tones to it. There's some talk about unaliving. There's talk about drugs, like B says. There's some things that are, sus. And Sarah says, especially in the live, she says, I make her feel like harming herself in the beginning of the Mandy and Jolie stream. And I think that's what people were gathering from her sending you this song. She was basically saying that with the song that she sent to you. And a lot of us were kind of like, why? A very weird song to send on that day. I was watching this video again before I came here. Reaction Inception. You should be here one day when I react to someone else who is reacting to me, reacting to them. That's always great fun.
What about the message? The message you left on Mother's Day. I didn't leave a message on Mother's Day. Oh, yes, you did. Let me check my phone, man. He's like, check it. Out of the back corner, we start hearing the message that Sarah played on her live. That is the exact same message that Koli left for her on Mother's Day. So it's playing, and she's like, and Mandy's like, no, let it play, let it play, let it play. And it plays. And it plays. But I just needed to know why she spoke on me. Why'd she speak on me? She actually documented something you had done to her. So if you go check it, it's a documentation of what you had done. Not her just, hey, let me speak on Koli today. Nobody wants to do that. It's documentation, because already delete. So Mandy hears it, and is it the worst thing in the world? No. Knowing the history between these two, the situation that Koli keeps lying about, it is bad. It's bad. For that reason, it is bad. So then it was like, well, when did you leave it? And 3 days ago. Wasn't that Mother's Day? Oh, yeah, I didn't realize it was Mother's Day. You're a mother to 3 children.
What? It was Mother's Day. You're a mom. Okay, you know what? You say it.
Mother's Day. This calls into question a whole lot about Koli. I mean, a whole lot. We all have questions about.
Did you not celebrate Mother's Day? I mean, if I had 3 kids and a man, and they forgot about my Mother's Day, I'd be pretty depressed too, but that's not Sarah's fault.
Her life and where she's at mentally, what she may be dabbling in, maybe too many gummies, maybe too many something else's that we're not told about.
Well, here's the thing, and I'm still trying to figure this out. Maybe I can get some help in the chat. Koli claims that she has an ailment in which she is losing her life. So she does claim to be medicated. I have since heard that it has been proven that she does not have this. So it seems like that's kind of like up in the air. But if she does, then that could maybe explain a lot of her memory loss and such. That being said, and I'll even use myself as an example again because I don't want to make anyone else feel uncomfortable. That being said, Koli, it would then be your responsibility to keep track of things. It would be your responsibility to be on top of your health. If you know that you have memory issues, for example, make sure that you write things down so you don't forget them. And you have to be on top of it. If I feel like I am about to be triggered or something, I go to a friend of mine and I say, I am fucking upset. This is what's going on. This is what I want to fucking say. Should I say this? They go, no. And that's because I know that I can get upset and I can just go off because of what I have. You have to be on top of that. That's up to you. So if you do have an ailment and you're on meds and you're out here and you're going back and forth with people, you have to make sure that you keep your shit straight. No one else can do that for you.
But Koli has memory problems. Koli has facing the facts problems. Koli has a lot of problems. And if last night some of them were cleared up. So go watch that video.
To be fair, we all have a lot of problems. None of us are perfect. We're all fuck ups. We all get heated. We all are passionate people that can let our passion take over. We all are.
Before it gets deleted. Hurry up. Hurry, run. Run to Koli's channel, watch the video before it gets deleted because it's
I heard that. I went to. And then it was deleted.
all there. So we get into the point that she did contact Sarah.
So B says, we choose to believe Koli is sick. The rest of it is debatable. See, and that's the thing, because you don't want to question those things. I don't think it's anyone's business to be digging up to like medical records to be asking her to prove that. I've always been against that shit. I don't like that. I don't think that's people's business. But again, you can't use that as an excuse either, right? I have no ailment and still eat edibles. At least rewatch what you've said if you don't remember things. Well, see, and that's what I'm saying. It would be up to her, knowing this, right, to watch herself. You know, like you have to understand your own ailment. Or, for example, if you know you're more forgetful when you're eating edibles, maybe don't do the stream when you're on edibles, right? Like little things like that that you should be doing. For this last year, I've been trying not to stream when I am emotional about things. If something upsets me, I wait until I calm the fuck down. And then I'll talk about it. Then I can be more calm. I can be more funny. I like to try to be comedic when I'm talking about things. I can't do that when I'm upset. So I had to kind of sit myself down and go, listen, for the last couple of years, you've just been reacting. You hear something about yourself, you go on stream, you react. You have to not do that. Calm the fuck down first. Right? We all mess up. I am someone who has memory issues too, and now I have to write things down a lot. Exactly. I have pads everywhere. Now, does it still happen? Yes. Yeah, of course. But again, you have to do whatever you can to subside that as much as possible, right? You have to write things down. For me, I get emotional. I have to then go and deal with my emotions before I go and sit down and talk about certain topics. So you can't use it as an excuse or a weapon, as B points out here. And it can't be something like that you bring up, oh, well, you can't talk to me because I'm sick right now. You know, like, don't do that.
For Mother's Day and send her this weird ass song for the situation. I mean, I like Jelly Roll. He's very emotional, very deep feeling, kind of like a Chris Stapleton, like, you know.
It's a good song. I'd play it, but then I would get in a lot of trouble on YouTube, and they're really cracking down on the music copyrights lately. Like, there are people that are actually losing channels because they're getting too many of them. So we got to start being more careful.
If you don't know Jelly Roll, it's not about him or, sorry, my dog's it's not about him or the song, but it's about
the situation that the song was sent in, right?
Sending this song to Sarah out of the blue. There's no friendship there. There's no hate there. There's no... There's nothing going on for her to be sending her songs or messages or anything else for that matter. But so somehow Koli makes it in her mind that it's okay because she needed to know. No, you don't, Koli.
But see, and that's the thing. What did you need to know with this? You know, like, when someone says, please don't contact me again, there is no more need to know. You don't have the right to then keep contacting them and go, but I need to know this. It's like, you owe me closure on this. No, I don't. I don't have to answer your questions if I don't want to. Right?
No, that's not how life works. That's not how life works. And you're harassing SaraJean. SaraJean's not harassing you. So you started off this live with, why is she bothering me? It turns out you're bothering her. And it's proven you have been bothering her. So then what do we go to next? Mother's Day. Mandy wants to jump in that she's bothered by people talking about her and her career. And she admits to what happened. So SaraJean bought some products out of her own money, out of her own pocket, not a sponsorship type of situation. SaraJean bought some products because of what they represent and what they I don't want to promote the product. What they contribute their funding to. Let's put that way, like who they that they support a topic that SaraJean is happy to contribute to. So by purchasing the product, you're contributing to a charity? I mean, I'm trying not to...
Yeah, it would be a charitable organization. That's the best way to put it. I'd agree on that.
Anyway, so that happened. So Sarah pushes this product on her.
You know what, Joe? That happened the other day. Told my husband to go get me coffee. He brought me home the wrong kind. And I was like, what are you doing? Glad we're not the only one.
Instagram. Mandy sees that, contacts the company, and she says she did additional work for them. That's neither here nor there, but it's off of Sarah's recommendation. She contacts the company. She becomes sponsored by this company to what's alluded to $300 worth of merchandise. So it's all based off of Sarah. So, I mean, it happened. It happened, and you admitted it happened. Did you do extra work for it? Did you earn it on your own? That's still up in the air, and I'm not going to judge that. But it all came off the back of SaraJean. So it happened. Where it rippled and rolled down the hill, it started from SaraJean. But anyway, so you admitted to that. Then you admitted to...
And that's not cool, by the way. I don't think it's cool to try to steal people's sponsorships. It was very obvious that Sarah was someone that had been using the products for a while, had someone that wanted to start sponsoring with them. So it for somebody else to then take that video of Sarah's and then go, oh, I'm going to start getting these products and I'm going to get them to sponsor me. It does feel like you're stealing SaraJean's sponsorship. That is what it looks like. Sarah says, I actually just made one video saying I love the Mary Jane by that company. They donate proceeds to women who are incarcerated. And that's completely fine. It's just too bad that you doing that video then gave somebody else the idea to go and reach out to them. I would suggest you do the same. You reach out to them. Let them know that they're sponsoring someone who got the products because of you and that you were hoping. Right? Like that you were hoping to get a sponsorship. And I would hope that they would then offer you one. Usually to have a sponsorship on here, you need like 10,000 subscribers before a company will do that with you. So if you have a personal relationship with someone before that, because you're buying their product, and then someone else kind of like takes that video of yours and goes and uses it to get a sponsorship, that's stealing. That is thieving someone's sponsorship. It's just a grimy move. And it's something out here that I think it's almost like an unwritten rule between creators that you just don't do that. I mean, if Sarah was already sponsored, right? If Sarah was already sponsored and then this girl used her link and then got some and then also got sponsored, that would be different. But to take Sarah's video, send that in, and then ask for a sponsorship based on her video, that's weird. It's weird. You know? Without asking if she asked, I wouldn't care if she was my friend. The tone of that song is a lot of responsibility to force on anyone, but in particular, someone who will continue this back and forth if you speak about it. It's a no-win situation, it feels like. And that's fair. That's fair. It would feel like that. I feel like anyone going back and forth out here is usually a no-win situation, right? I mean, is there ever a winner or a loser in these arguments? It's just constant drama that just kind of goes on forever. Unfortunately, though, there seems to always be one person that keeps it going.
SaraJean wasn't the one who had doubts about Koli's illness. SaraJean wasn't the one who did the investigative work into Koli's illness. SaraJean didn't do these things. And you admitted it, Mandy, last night on air, that you did these things. You were messaging Koli, not at the request of SaraJean. Maybe on her behalf as her friend, but SaraJean did not request you to do what you did. And you did that. Sarah didn't do that.
So then my question is, how come Koli isn't mad at this Mandy person? If she's the one that was questioning her health ailment, which I brought up earlier, that I've since heard that she might not have it. I didn't know where it came from. It's just kind of through the grapevine, as you know how things are out here, right? You hear things. So if it was Mandy, why is that being put on Sarah to begin with? Hello, I hope you are doing well, Melissa.
You did that. So then you go on and you admit it, so somehow that absolves you of any wrongdoing whatsoever, and it becomes Sarah's problem. SaraJean didn't do this. You did this. If Koli wants to forgive you, that's fine and dandy, but it doesn't fall back onto SaraJean because of what you did.
And that's a very fair statement to make. If Sarah had nothing to do with this, why are we blaming Sarah for this?
So that needs to be cleared up and a line drawn there that what you've done on your own volition, and that has nothing to do with SaraJean. If Koli wants to forgive that, that's Koli. Then
yeah, and Koli's allowed to. Koli is constantly allowed to forgive who she wants to forgive, right? So they became friends later, and they connected because Mandy went and apologized for that. Again, though, that's Mandy's thing. You never asked her to look into it while she was your friend or anything of the sort. So it's great that they can apologize and they can be friends afterwards. But I have to agree with B here that then doesn't fall the responsibility onto you. You had nothing to do with it before or after she apologizes, right? So it's like, yeah, you can forgive that, but then you would also technically have to not blame Sarah for it anymore either. If you forgive for this happening, then also let it go. If you forgive someone, that means that you forgive them. It doesn't mean that you bring it up afterwards and use it as a weapon.
what else was there? I'm going to skip to today because I cannot for the life of me. Oh, it ended with, I'm sorry. Koli tries to end the stream.
So Melissa says, I agree about that back and forth being a no-win overall. I think we all do, right? But I do think if it were me, I would feel like that song could be concerning. And how do I handle that when I just want to be left alone? Right? It was a concerning song. I read off the lyrics. It was the kind of song where if you got that sent to you, you'd be like, oh no, is this person going to harm themselves? I mean, that's how I would have taken it. I would have said, oh my God, is she saying she's going to harm herself over this fucking drama now? Like, is that what this is? And I think it's very fair to not know how to handle that situation. All of us, none of us know how to handle that. I already get canceled out here for not handling someone coming to me and telling me that they wanted to end their life well. I told everyone to stop the drama and then do a welfare check on this person. And apparently that was wrong of me. So there is no right way of dealing with that. It seems like no matter how you deal with that as a creator on here, it's the wrong way. It's almost like you're being set up in a trap. I'll say it. It's like a trap that you get caught in where you're like, oh my God, how do I deal with this? Because no matter how you deal with it, people are going to say you were wrong. So that's why this became a very hard situation this last week. And I think that's why a lot of people have come back out to be like, listen, this needs to stop. Whatever this is going back and forth, we need to end it. You know, I'm going to ground you again, Bronx. Let it go. Let it go. We don't want me singing that song. I will butcher it. George says you don't want to sing it at all. The cat's screeching. Thank you, Melissa, especially after 9 months of being quiet about Koli, and I do see a no-win situation. It's hard. It's hard. I've logged off the internet for a whole month to get away from drama. When I returned, I was apparently faking my death. There is no right way of dealing with these things. It's a shit situation. And like I said, it seems like no matter how you try to deal with it, it's never the right way.
This is what I came here for. If you watch that video when Mandy's holding her, you'll see Koli's not happy. But Koli is not happy. Mandy is forcing her to take some accountability. It happened. And good on you, Mandy. Good on you. But Koli's not happy. But she ends it with, no. It's all good. And Thank you for holding my feet to the fire. And that's what we came for, was to clear the air and to call a truce. And Sarah-Jean, don't speak on me. I won't speak on you. But you just did this whole live starting with she was harassing you. Sarah-Jean didn't harass you.
And I think that that's part of the problem, is that Koli says that she wants advice. And she'll come on, she'll say, tell me how it is. Tell me how to be. I want advice. So my advice to her the last time was, you claim that Sarah won't leave you alone, all right? She claims that you won't leave her alone. So someone has to be the bigger person here, right? Someone between the two of you has to say, this is it, enough is enough, and has to just completely walk away. Koli, don't you want that person to be you? Don't you want to be the mature one here that just drops it all and just moves on? And her response was, well, you know, when people talk about you, you have to respond. And it's hard because there is a culture out here of that. Of you can't just ignore the drama. Because you'll have people in your DMs going, well, this person said this about you, and don't you need to talk about this? And I heard this, and I heard that, and I heard the other thing. And then you got little drama hoes going back and forth, sending people things, right? Oh, look at what she said about you. Oh, yeah, well, look at what she said about you over here. And I think the best way is to also tell them to go away. It sucks, but you got to put your foot down. I had to do that with my drama. I had to start just kicking out off anyone that brought me a screenshot. Oh, look at this person saying this about you. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, look, you're trying to start shit with me and this person even more now. Right? So now you're also gone. Look for the people that want to keep you calm. Look for the people that tell you that they want you to move on from the drama. Not the people that send you screenshots and kind of like try to gas you up again, right? It's really hard. It really is. Joe says, Queen and I will have a duet and we'll have dogs howling from Detroit to Ottawa. That's right, we will. I think we are beyond being the mature one when we are sending breakup songs to people that asked you to leave them alone. Yes. I'm not sure what that was about. I even kind of tried to tell Koli, like, well, why are you sending texts to Sarah to begin with? And my understanding, and I've even told Sarah, this shit shouldn't be happening back and forth on the tubes, girl. You and Koli have a way to talk off of here. All of this should be going on behind the fucking scenes. Because the second you start to talk about it out here, you're going to have all these little drama hoe meddlers. They're all just going to sprout right up. Because like I said, unfortunately, a lot of the audience out here, they love the back and forth between creators. They get off on it. They want more of it. Instead of seeing people make up and then continue on with their content, the viewer seems to want people to just go back and forth forever. Until someone dies. Hopefully not till unaliving. Just saying, you know? So I even told her, deal with this off. Try to keep it off of here as much as possible, girl. Coming from someone whose drama has solely been on here, trust me, you do not want to go down the same route I have. Don't do it. Keep it all behind the scenes. And she has tried to. She's taken that advice from me and other people that have told her this. I can say that. You know? I can say that. Because I know she has. And I know I'm not the only one that has told her to not respond, not engage, and not do it out here. Be herself, just said that she's been consoling her and telling her. So she is trying. But when you have someone that's trying and then they're constantly getting things sent to them, even behind the scenes, it gets to be a little weird. Melissa says, I truly think if Koli had stopped speaking about Sarah or messaging her privately, this would be squashed. I don't think that these two have anything to say to each other much anymore. I have to agree. I think it would be best if Sarah just did not respond at all. If Sarah, maybe instead of posting the archives up public, if you keep them unlisted, that way you can send them to your friends. You can send them to like B, Melissa, other friends you have, so that they too can watch it and see it, but then the public doesn't see it. That way you have other people who are in your corner that see it. I do this, by the way. I've been doing this now for months. People wonder why I've changed. That's why. So then I show people behind the scenes, and then they go, yep, that's what really happened. Saw it. But you don't have to address it public. But you could still archive it all behind the scenes and keep all the receipts. You can even go to a website like the Wayback Machine, open an account over there, archive it all up over there, and then just give your friends the links. But it might be better if you don't put it public, because every time you put it public, Koli's going to take that as an invite. Okay? She is going to see it as an invite to come and talk, an invite to reach out, an invite to send you a weird song on Mother's Day, you know? And eventually you have to kind of go, it's not worth that. I wish the two of you could talk things out behind the scenes and then both just like move on, but it might not happen that way. And I don't know what closure could be had here. I feel like Koli's constantly looking for some kind of closure to end this drama, and I don't know what she needs. And I don't know if she has the right to ask for anything of anyone. Just like if roles were reversed and you were like, I can't move on until I talk to her, I would kind of say to you, well, you got to go get your closure elsewhere. Might be better just cut ties, right?
You harassed her. Stop it, Koli. Stop it right now. Your mother should tell you to stop it. Just like she told you not to vape on camera last night, she should tell you to stop it. You are like a 2-year-old. Keep sticking your hand in the cookie jar. Stop it. And then you want to blame someone else for the weight you put on from eating all the cookies. No, ma'am, you do that. Stop it.
Stop. Stop it right now. Stop it.
Tried to end that live like this is what you came here for, was to make things right with the world. No, ma'am, you didn't. Rewind back to the beginning, 18 minutes, when you're blaming SaraJean for everything. It was only when Jenny Lee came in and called you out on her. Then the Mother's Day message. There were other things in there. Y'all need to watch that video before it disappears.
Unfortunately, it has disappeared.
Because it's there. There are people in that comment section asking her over and over again about her actions, and she finally somewhat comes clean about them. She's mad at Wildflower Tea for her disloyalty to her. Excuse you? There's no loyalty to you, Koli, because you have no loyalty to anybody. And Wildflower Tea did.
Also, the whole fucking community fighting thing, where you do this whole, if you watch her, then you can't watch me. That's bullshit. Second someone pulls that with you, say, okay, I'll stop watching you then. You're the one I choose. Just like when someone asks you, oh, you have to pick it between me and her, right? You pick the person that didn't ask. Same thing. Same thing. Okay? There should be none of that. There should be none of that. None of that. I, for a while, had some of the same mods as RSN after I left there. The only reason why I stopped those friendships off is because they couldn't keep the drama out of my shit. So I had to be like, if you can't keep the drama from that chat out of my Discord, then no, this isn't going to work. But there was no, you either watch this person or you watch me. Pulling that shit, are we in public school? Also, subscribers don't have loyalties. If you're a subscriber, you can go watch whoever the fuck you want. You can go watch anyone, and no creator out here, not one creator has the right to tell you that you're not allowed to watch someone. The second they do that, bitches trying to run a cult of personality, get the hell out of there as soon as you can, because that community is going to go down in flames. You got to leave, peace out. There is none of that. Subscribers don't owe any of us shit. You're lucky they watch your videos. You're lucky if they donate to you. You're lucky if they like your shit. So you don't have the right to tell them, oh, you can only watch me and you're not allowed to watch this other person. No. No. And as fellow creators, technically people are allowed to fucking stream with whoever they want. I have a friend that's going to stream with Wes Most soon. I don't give a fuck. Go ahead. Got nothing to do with me, not my problem. Me and him beef. It's like, you can't do that to people. Unless you're trying to run a fucking cult out here. Okay? You want a Harlem of people that just watch you. And they just support you. And they don't watch anyone else. Like, what the hell is that? It's what we call a cult. Then I do have to speak out about your community. And no one wants that. Trust me. So, don't do it. No one has loyalties. Unless you are an actual friend with someone where you have decided that your loyalty lies with this person instead of this person just all on your own, don't do it. Just don't. It's a stupid thing to expect out here. Sometimes I think people out here are trying to run cults, not communities, while they're doing a YouTube platform. You're here to put out videos that people enjoy. Okay? That's what you're here to do. You're not here to create communities, go attack other communities. You're not here to start telling people who they can and can't watch. You're not here to make people hate this person or that person or the other person. You are just here to entertain with the videos. If you are doing anything beyond that, you gotta go touch some grass and take a break. If you're ever covering someone that you actually hate or have strong feelings for, you gotta go touch grass and take a fucking break. Because you got too involved. You taking this place way too serious. Right? Calm down.
Not do anything wrong.
Oh, Six, I love you.
By sharing SaraJean's story. That is between them. That is content.
And that was SaraJean's personal story, by the way. That wasn't her streaming with Sarah. I want to make that known. It was Sarah telling her recovery story. It was not Sarah talking about Koli. It was not Sarah doing a stream with Wildflower Tea about, as seen by a subscriber, she wasn't even mentioned. I know because I've watched it. I highly recommend you also go and watch it. I've been in recovery myself since 2013. I've been sober since then. Yay, me! So, nothing to do with Koli. Not one thing to do with her. But for some reason, we mad about it. Again, there's no loyalty. Wildflower doesn't owe you anything. If she wants to go and stream with anyone about their recovery story, she can. And you don't have the right to tell her who she can stream with and cannot stream with. Again, are you running a cult out here? There's a problem with that. Curl says, hey everyone, and I have always been vocal that no one will tell me who I'm allowed to watch. I'm not a child. And because I watch another creator that you may not like, doesn't mean I don't support you. Exactly. That's what I mean. There's no like, oh, you can only watch me, you can't watch this person, blah, blah, blah. In fact, if two people are beefing, please watch both of them. Please watch all of their videos about it all the way through before you make a decision. Don't just pick one side right from the beginning and then decide that's where you stand. That's what I call biased research. You're making an uneducated decision then. Be educated. Make sure you get all sides of something before you make your decision. It's not that hard to do, but for some reason out here, we have a problem. All right, Brooks, but you gotta relax in the chat, man. All right? You gotta relax in the chat. When you annoy my mods, they block you because they don't want to deal with you. They'll go, I don't feel like dealing with Bronx today. It's like Carlos in Original Owls chat, you know? You're like the Carlos here. You know, the mods go, okay, but let's keep it on the topic we're talking about, sort of thing. You know? You know? Six says, what's up, Curls?
That she typically
I run a
speaks about.
channel.
It's not like something was just made up out of thin air. And now, you know, you want to allude to there's
I run a chill channel.
I do. It's a chill chat.
Speak the whole truth, Koli. Tell it like it really is. But she did nothing to you. So stop speaking negatively about people because you don't like that they have relationships. And it's not even it doesn't have to be people who are friends. If you were going to stop going to Selfie Queen Cindy's because Jenny Lee's in the chat. You're going to go against two people who have been cheering you on. Selfie Queen Cindy and JJ have been cheering you on. You're going to go against them because Jenny Lee's in their chat.
Six says, it's Canada. It's always chill up there. Holy crap, Joe. Go take a fucking week off, would ya? Melissa says, that's one of my issues is that Koli doesn't even watch the videos or live Sarah has done and reacts to a thumbnail or 2-second clip of it. I think she has misunderstood a lot. And that's what happens. That's what happens. Here's the thing. I don't watch every video made on me. And if I don't watch it, I don't talk. It just didn't happen. Right? Like, I just don't mention it. There's a lot of videos about me that I've never even mentioned over here once. Okay? Just because I'm like, this is just stupid. Bye-bye. So if you are going to mention a stream that Sarah did, you could at least watch it. You know, and actually hear what she has to say before you go and do a reaction.
This is who you are, Koli. You show who you are. And then when people say what you are and who you are, you get mad. You show it, then you delete it. Dirty delete, dirty delete, dirty delete. This morning. Okay, so when Bambi Rambles came back to the internet, she took some time off. She come back. One of the first places I seen her was in your chat or comment section. I can't remember. And she was being encouraging to you. You were in one of your manipulative modes, that's for sure. But she was being very encouraging to you. And you snapped at her. And then you were love bombing her. Then you snapped at her. You can't make up your damn mind. So then this morning, you deleted this video. It's back up right now. Like I said, I just did a whole video on it being deleted. Now I'm doing a video on it being back up. So I'm putting this up one way or the other. It was up at the moment The moment I'm recording this, it was up there. Sorry. It's just, I did a 20-minute video about it being deleted. So here I am again.
Right, the good news is it got deleted again, B, so go post that video up.
And by the time I get finished, it may be gone again. So I'm putting this out, whether it's there or not. It was there when I put this up, but it was gone when I made the other one. It was gone this morning. So with that, this morning you put out a little clip of at least a year ago, at least, of Bambi talking about radiant bread. Why? Why did you do that? Why? Where did that come from? So on Mother's Day, if you go back to Koli's community post, on Mother's Day, she posted, look at this amazing woman, and I'm paraphrasing, but she was beautiful. And Bambi, you look fabulous. But she posted this picture that Bambi shared for Mother's Day, a portrait of her, a photograph of her. She shared it, said she looked amazing, but then this morning she's putting out something that's so outdated, that's an attack on Bambi. Why? Why? Last night, when you were held your feet to the fire, your words, when Mandy held your feet to the fire on this content, on these messages, on all of this stuff,
Yeah.
you brought up, but Tira attacked me for postpartum. Are you freaking kidding me? Manipulation. To pull one thing out that you haven't spoken on. Like all of a sudden it clicked in your head, I can use this. Stop it, Koli. Your mama should tell you to stop it.
Stop it right now. So Melissa says, the very first video of Sarah's that kicked this off, Koli still admits to never having watched. And the funny thing is that this was a misunderstanding at the beginning. From my memory, it was Sarah was taking some time off. And Koli was taking some time off because she was sick. Sarah was going through some stuff with the drama with JJ and all that shit. She wanted to take some time off. Koli wanted to take some time off because she said she was sick. And then it was almost like Koli thought that Sarah ditched her and wouldn't respond to her or something. But Sarah was like, no, I did try to contact you. And you were the one that didn't respond to me. And it was almost like that was the misconception here. Was who was ignoring the other one. Right? And then it turned into such a back and forth that now it doesn't even matter. And that's what happens out here. What initially starts the fight tends to just fade away because the people do so much back and forth to each other that after a couple months or so, that initial thing doesn't matter anymore. Now it's about all of this other stuff that's been happening, right? And then it just snowballs from there. And that's kind of what took place here and takes place with a lot of the drama out here, to be honest. And now we're at a point where these two have just done so much back and forth with each other that Sarah just wants it all to stop. Like, she's just like, I've had enough. I'm done. Leave me alone. And then it seems like Koli is like, I will leave you alone, but not until you give me this closure. And it's like, there's nothing that can be said or done here that's going to help. So everyone just needs to stop. You know what I mean? Take care, Kendall. Have a good day. And it's sad, but that's what happens out here. It just blows up. B says, I watch both, and if SaraJean did anything I don't agree with, I will tell her and say so. I was neutral for a long time. I think a lot of us were trying to be neutral here for a long time. Yes, but if someone told you you'd gotten something wrong, you'd likely go back and watch it. Yes. Most people do, right? You'll go, oh, okay, I got something wrong. Let me go check that out. I've corrected myself out here a few times. Sarah says that you've always been straight up, B. And Curls says, same B, I had every intention in supporting both Koli and SaraJean, but I just couldn't support Koli when it was nonstop bullshit and never taking accountability. And Sarah says, if she did, we would have handled it offline, I'm sure. And I felt like you really wanted to do that at first. It's just, it kept happening online. How do you deal with something offline when people keep streaming about it online, right? When this first started, I basically begged her many times to go actually watch the video, and she didn't want to watch it. Her mom was in the chat the night before and told her not to vape on stream. It was nasty. Mama knows best, right? Mama knows best. I did that too, and multiple times suggested that Koli talk behind the scenes to Sarah, but that unfortunately didn't work out. No, it didn't. I was doing the same. I really thought at the beginning it was a big misunderstanding that they would be friends again. I think we all did. Like, we were kind of like, these two are just in this really weird friend fight. They got really close really quickly, seemed pretty passionately friends about each other. And now there's just a little misunderstanding. They just got to talk offline, clear it up, and everything will go back to normal, right? I think we can all agree that's what we thought at the beginning of this. And then as time has gone on, a lot of us are like, oh, maybe we're going to be going back and forth here forever until the very end of time. I was certain if Koli watched, then she would have a better understanding. I don't know if she wants a better understanding. You stayed neutral until you got
your husband. You've told Mandy that your husband is involved in your channel and wants to see it do so well that, you know, she shouldn't have Mandy the podcast on your, you know, all that. It's been deleted, but it's a video. It really is. If your husband's that involved, husband should be seeing this erratic behavior from you, these lies. I don't think he's involved. I don't think he is, or he would be like, what the hell's wrong with you? Because trust me, my husband asked me, why are you speaking on this again? So I know it happens if they're really involved and mine's involved. So I'll get another one. Why again? Let's do this again. It's ridiculous, but it needs to be documented, especially if it's going to keep being deleted. And like I said, just did 20 minutes deleted, and now it's there. But anyway,
and then now it's deleted again, you know, for the update.
You pull this back and forth love hate, even with me. Oh my gosh! So recently, you almost told the truth. Almost. You said I was kind to you, that I was your homie. I was never your homie. Let me set that straight. Nobody's homie there. I was kind to you. I was genuinely kind to you. Genuinely. Like, it was not fake. There was nothing, ulterior motives. There was nothing. I was genuinely kind to you. You knew, everybody that knows me prior to having a channel, the people who know me from chats, know that I'm in Tira's chat 99.9%, that I'm Tira's mod. You did that.
Tira, I always say her name wrong. I am so sorry. I've been over there a few times. She's never done anything to me. And unless you come at me, I don't give a fuck. I strongly believe in the Adonis Paul rule that if you don't fuck with me, I don't fuck with you. Second, you come over here and fuck around, though, all bets might be off. I might be a crazy person. But you don't fuck with me, I don't fuck with you. And no, not crazy like how people say. I just mean, I don't put up with much bullshit. I will call you out. I feel like a lot of us have tried to be very neutral here, have tried to calm it down very neutrally. That's what I'm gathering even from you guys in the chat during this stream. A lot of you are coming in and you're saying, you know, I was neutral. I tried to keep this calm as much as possible. But then it just keeps going and going. And eventually, like I said, people are looking for who's going to be the bigger person. You know? And it's right now, it seems like it's going to be Sarah.
To get at Tira. So it didn't work, and I was nice to you. I was nice to Tara. I was nice to you. I was nice to
No,
Tara. It
but
didn't interfere in either way, in
Shut
my
up,
mind,
Joe.
in my relations with each of you.
But see, that's the thing, is that I gotta be honest here. SaraJean has had drama. Like I said, I even was very transparent in the fact that Sarah did a whole stream about me. And her and I had a problem, apparently. I still don't know what that problem was, because I'm just so used to people getting mad at me over nothing, just because there's a little group that follows me around making up shit 24/7. So they tend to go and find the people that I am around and then try to spread bullshit. And then those people just pop off on me about nothing. And I don't know what's going on half the time. And that's how I saw this. So when Sarah made a video to me, I was like, oh, it's just the crazies are trying to start shit again. She'll come around when she realizes whatever. But then when we solved our drama, that video was deleted. Because she was like, there's no need for this to be up there anymore. Me and Queen are completely fine. We're on a talking basis. It was a misunderstanding and everything's good. I think, if anything, she was maybe a little scared I was going to take Koli's side or something. That's what I gathered based on what I heard from people, is that she was a little bit upset. She thought I was going to take Koli's side. And I was like, no, I'm not taking any sides at this time. I'm telling you both to stop. And I have stuck to that up until today. Right? I've gone in Koli's chats and I've been very nice to her. But at the same time, she still has those videos of me up. Why does she still have them up? Because when you hate me, you get views. Some people just hate on me just for views at this point. Apparently, I am full of clout over here. So, I sometimes wonder, maybe it's just me, but based on what I've seen over the last year of Koli, I sometimes wonder if she is just one of those creators that goes around, tries to get into fights with people so that she has drama to stream, drama to cover. Because it seems like even if you do work out drama with her, those videos stay up. And if I have drama that's worked out with somebody, and I don't feel the need for my video about them to stay up, I too delete it, just like Sarah. Because I don't need 2 years down the line for someone to come across that video and then go, well, what about this? It's just unnecessary. If you've worked things out and you've done your apologies and you're all good, get rid of the drama stuff. It's kind of like how even Cruel World Happy Mind deleted her video on Illuminati once they worked at it, okay? It's the good thing to do. As a good person, that's what you do. And if I don't see you doing that, I tend to go, well, why wouldn't this person delete it? Why do they want it up there? Still, it does make me wonder. And based on what I have been seeing over the past little while, and based on how Koli's even gone back and forth with her attacks on Cece, myself, Sarah, a bunch of you guys, and I mean Cece Suarez, yes, it does appear that way. It appears that she might just kind of be like that. Unfortunately, those people exist out here, and they will just go from place to place to place, trying to start drama in any way, shape, or form that they can so that they have views and they have something to talk about because they don't have anything else to talk about. Most of us, when we create a channel, we have an idea, like we're like, okay, here's some topics I want to talk about. Some people don't do that. Some people just come out here and go, I'm just going to talk about drama, I guess. So keeping that in mind, I do wonder if maybe Koli is leaning towards being like that. Because even Sarah deleted her JJ videos when they made up. Those videos are all gone because, again, when there's no more drama, why have the drama video still up? Usually you just keep them up if you want it to keep going, right? So you got to kind of take a step back as a viewer, as a fellow creator, as a friend to these people, whatever you want to consider yourself. And you have to kind of look at how they handle their channels. How do they handle conflict? How do they handle that stuff? And based on all that information, it does very much, Koli, appear like you, Koli, are the aggressor. And that's kind of what's happening right now. People are coming to that conclusion. Because otherwise, you'd be able to let things go once they were solved. You wouldn't be reaching out to people who didn't want to talk to you anymore. Like I said, most of us, if we get blocked in a chat, we just move on. We go, okay, I'm not welcome here. See you later. And then we go to another chat. And then you find somewhere where you are welcome. So right now, it does look like Sarah's moving on, trying to do her own thing. And Koli, you're just over here collecting drama. And not just with Sarah, but with other people. With anyone that's connected to her. Or anyone that's connected to Jenny Lee. Or anyone that's connected to Tyra. Or etc. And when you're out here doing that, no matter what, you look like the bad guy. And I'm explaining to you in this way, if you ever watch this, because I want you to know I'm not coming on here to hate on you, Koli. I'm still pretty neutral. This isn't an as seen by a subscriber hit piece. This drama has blown up to the point where other creators have now felt the need to cover it and tag each other and whatnot. And it was almost dead. And then Mother's Day happened, Koli. Why? That's what people are going. They're going, why? Why again? You know?
You said, I just kept waiting for something to happen. I just kept waiting for it to happen. Just kept waiting for it to happen. So I did it. Yes, you did it. You did it. I didn't say anything about you in anybody's chat. That chat is still up. Comment section. Tira's comment section is still there to this day. I didn't say nothing about you. I said something about Tira. So you saying that I said something about you, and it blatantly says Tira, I wished I could have timed out Tira. So make it up as you go along. But you almost told the truth. And the truth is that you couldn't handle it. That I was neutral and kind to you and kind to Tira and had no mixing of the emotions from either side. So you axed me. You threw me under a bus. You did that to me. You did. You did it to Sarah. You'll do it to Mandy. It will happen. Do we wish that? No, Mandy, you said that last night. Nobody's wishing that on you. She's already ghosted you from the last time. So nobody's wishing this on you.
Which is strange because of what, like we talked about, this whole drama popped off because she thought Sarah was ghosting her. So you would think she wouldn't ghost anyone else. I'm just saying.
It's just what Koli does. So then you said, Mandy, back to you. So you said you haven't spoken on Sarah. You sent her to the cash apps. You did. You admitted that. So that's going into her, like, I'm here. So that, whether you spoke on her or not, that's speaking to her. Then there was a live that Koli was in the car and you left the screen. Koli started talking about Sarah's odd. Sarah with an H. Sarah's odd. Koli was talking about her. You pop back in. Koli tells you what she's talking about, Sarah. She doesn't signify which Sarah. She says she's talking about Sarah, and you said, okay, I didn't want to go there, but blah, 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 blah. And you spoke on SaraJean. You spoke on SaraJean. So to now last night say you didn't do it, in a dirty delete, it's there. It's there. Did you mean to? Did you get sucked in by the accidental which Sarah was being spoke on because it wasn't clear? Yes. But did you speak on SaraJean? You did. So stop lying. Stop making it like Sarah's done.
That was a weird, dirty trick, Koli. Koli, you knew that was going to happen. Don't give me that shit. Don't even. You know I know better than that, girl. You did that to her on purpose. You wanted to not mention which Sarah it was. If you definitely did not want Mandy to think it was SaraJean, you would have ensured. Okay? You would have ensured she knew it wasn't SaraJean. Okay? That's kind of what people are talking about out here, Koli. Like, if I were you in that situation, I would have said to Mandy, I'm talking about Sarah, but not SaraJean, another Sarah. So that I would have made sure that she didn't get triggered by the name Sarah and then go on that rant. Like, you have to be careful of that kind of stuff. You know better. You've been out here for long enough. You know that girl. And have known her for long enough. You knew the second you say, I'm talking about Sarah, she's going to go off about SaraJean. Don't tell me you didn't know. And those are the things that people are noticing where they're like, this is not okay. Little things like that. And was that okay to do to Mandy? Well, I guess we'll have to hear from Mandy on that.
Anything to you people. Sarah's done nothing to you but document what you've done to her. Should she stop? Probably. Did I get her to stop? Well, I can't control Sarah. I don't mean to say it that way. So let me backtrack what I just said. Because but I was in her ear. I was telling her, Sarah, be the bigger person. Sarah, this will die away. Sarah, this will go away. While y'all were hurting her for a year. Mostly Koli. But Sarah, Mandy, you helped too.
Yeah. There were a lot of us that knew both girls. And we didn't pick sides. We stayed neutral. We told them to work it out on their own behind the scenes. If we were closer to one of them, you would, console that one. But you wouldn't go off and attacking the other one. I feel like this chat has a lot of those people in it right now. So this is what I mean. And that's, again, Mandy, unfortunately, wasn't one of those people. She was someone that wanted to kind of go back and forth, play both sides if she could, use each person to her advantage. Gotta be careful of people out here like that.
But yes, I was SaraJean, grow your channel, be bigger, be this, be that. Do you know how bad you've hurt that woman? Does anybody?
Yeah, okay, listen, Melissa's not allowed to have any more spaghetti. She is just not allowed spaghetti ever again.
Anybody care? Is it all about Koli? Poor Koli? Poor Mandy? What about SaraJean? What about me? What about Melissa? What about Callista? What about Jenny Lee? What about all these people Koli's done something to? Has other people done things? Yes. But Koli's done this, and you know it. If you're going to hold her feet to the fire, she can't turn around and say, well, now that we've done this, it's a truce, right? Because I say so. I drew the line. You started at 18 minutes and 17 seconds saying that this is Sarah's fault. Sarah did this. SaraJean's the problem. That's how that was going to go until somebody changed that for you. Made you speak the truth. Forced you to come to your senses on what you've said and done. And then now that was your choice and you chose to do that? No, ma'am. It didn't happen that way. People, please run and go watch it. If it's still up, watch it right now. It's the only live because she's manipulating her content right now. Sorry. Let's see. It is titled Addressing Rumors and I'm Done. She swears on God she's never going to speak SaraJean's name again. We'll see. Because I heard it before. I heard she hasn't, but she did. And it's in every live she's ever done in the last year.
And that is where the stream ends, or the video ends. Sorry, babe. It's a video. That is where it ends. It ends with, okay, Koli, as seen by a subscriber, you have now been told, right? Don't bring this up again. You did a live. You did a live stream. You said, I am moving on. Manny and I are moving on. We're never talking about Sarah ever again. Right? So now you're going to be held to that. B says, she said the next day on her live, I will not speak on S, Callista, or J again. The next day, she spoke on it. We are having Spaghetti Gate. As an Italian, I feel like I should be more offended, but I'm really not. So, my whole thing is, this is the problem. Koli, I'm trying to help you. You keep doing these streams where you're asking, you're begging for somebody to speak up for you, to help you understand what is going on here. And what is going on here is that Sarah does not want to talk to you anymore. She wants you to stop talking about her. So does anyone that she's connected to, who you have also beefed with. Okay? Stop talking about them. There are a million other things that you could talk about on here. Such as, if you have this ailment, what's going on with it? How do you get ready for the end of your life when you're a mother of 3 and you have a husband? More people would rather hear stories like that from you than have you jumping from drama to drama, person to person. And it just seems like every time people think this drama is going to stop and people are going to be able to move on, you're right back at it. Not Sarah, Koli, you. And the issue here is that the two of you were friends off of this app as well. So even if you're not streaming about each other, you're still sending messages her way. Nobody knows how to help you anymore than by explaining to you that it's time for you to just let this go and move on. There is so much other content you could make. No one wants to hear about this drama anymore. It is blowing up to the point where other people have felt the need to come and speak out against this drama. You know? I mean, that's where we've hit a boiling point. Everyone thought you were going to move on, and then Mother's Day happened. And then you deal with Mother's Day. You say, okay, now I'm going to move on again. And now it's like, but are you this time? Are you really? And you heard me tell Sarah during this that maybe she shouldn't archive things publicly so that it doesn't trigger you to want to reach out or respond. But honestly, aren't you a big girl? Aren't you an adult? So even if she does post something, can't you just ignore it? Because it means that you're giving her a reason to. The only time she's posting is when you contact her or talk about her. So if you're not contacting her and you're not talking about her, then she's not posting on you. And then the problem's solved. Everyone has tried here. Everyone except you, Koli. So it's time for you to now kind of take a step back and look at yourself and say, what can I be doing out here to do better? And that's coming from somebody who's had to do that myself. Because going back and forth with people, it just doesn't work. And if there's actual personal drama involved, and you have real feelings about the person you're covering, then you should not be covering it. When I cover a scam, I get emotional sometimes. When I see like an elderly person getting ripped off by Ash Mufara, and they have a fucking oxygen tank, and this asshat's taking their last few American dollars for a company that doesn't work, I'll get emotional. I might shed some tears. I might be like, oh man, I really fucking hate that Ash guy. And then I take a break for a couple weeks from covering it. So I go, I got to get my personal feelings out of this if I'm going to cover this in a way that it needs to be covered. So I often tell people, not that anyone listens to me, but if anyone did, the advice I would give to people when they are covering drama or etc. out here is that if you're connected to it, if you're emotionally involved, keep that out. Just talk logic, facts, and the timeline, and etc. Keep out personal emotions. And if you have strong feelings of hate towards someone, don't talk about them. At least until that subsides. Because then you just look like you're out here just hating on somebody. Just screaming into a void. And that's kind of what this has become. It's two women just kind of screaming into a void on YouTube. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. You go away. No, you go away. And yeah, someone has to be the bigger person here. But then it also gets to the point where people go, okay, but I've been the bigger person 10 times. And this person just won't stop. You're like Valkyrie. It's like, I've tried everything and you won't go away. You know? And so my advice here would be that, Koli, you don't talk about it anymore. Find something else that you're passionate about to talk about. Concentrate on that. Just like I tell Sarah to concentrate on the true crime stuff that she's doing. I say, forget about Koli. You got a bunch of true crime stuff that you want to do. That's amazing. Go do that. Go do that. Deep dive into all these cases. You got a local case you want to cover? Go do that. If Koli streams about you during that time that you're researching, just forget her. Because you're going to be so immersed in working on this content you're making that you're not going to have time to care about what people are saying to you on the internet or about you on the internet. And if you can get to that point, then you will be okay out here. Melissa says, even the new subs she has seem to want her to move on and talk about new stuff. She always wants an audience, and now she has one. Give them something, you know? Exactly. That's the thing. And he always wanted me to cover this, so here I am. It's just, like I said, I don't know if I'm saying what you wanted me to say. And I'm probably going to have drama from you after this. But I don't care. Because I'm well seasoned out here. I've done the drama thing for years. I don't care. You can say and do whatever you want to me after this. Don't give a fuck. But you do have to leave Sarah alone. And that's all anyone's asking you to do. And like I keep saying, there has to be a bigger person here. So let that bigger person be you. Say, you know what? I'm too good for this. I'm going to walk away. I'm going to leave that girl alone. I'm going to stop talking about her. And then you never hear from her again. Whatever closure you need, you could already go and find without talking to Sarah. Sarah doesn't have to talk to you to give you that closure. You got to find a different way to get it. And that is honestly the best advice that anyone could give you right now. And you really do need to take it. I'm grateful that people that gave me that advice like a year ago. So please take that advice and try to do something different with your channel. You might notice that you have a lot less haters when you do that. You won't have all the people coming in to just talk about Sarah and all that. You have people coming in to support your new passions that you're talking about. Be way more positive for you. You say you don't have much time on this earth, so let's make sure that you spend that time that you do have in the best way possible. And that you can be as happy as you can be for the end. Because if that's the case, Koli, you wasted a hell of a lot of time. You got a family to go spend time with. You have friends, I'm sure, in real life that you should be going seeing. Like, fuck these internet people, girl. If you're actually at your deathbed, please go and do stuff that does not involve drama. And you will find that the drama will no longer find you. I promise. I appreciate you too, and I hope that I didn't say anything in this that upset you. That's really all I wanted to say. I think what I just said is what everyone wants to say. I'm not trying to speak for anyone, but I just think that we, as a collective, anyone that has watched this go down, this is what we're thinking. And I have a bad habit of being the one that comes out here and says what everyone's thinking and no one wants to say. So here I am. Please just move on from this. Know that there are people telling Sarah to move on just as much and that eventually this will all blow over. It's a long weekend here. I'm not sure if it is in the US or not, but if it is, go spend it with your loved ones. Go have an amazing rest of your weekend. Don't let any of this drama get you down. Remember, there's a hell of a lot of better things going on in this world than the drama on YouTube. And honestly, if people are giving you drama, this is the best advice that I can give. As someone that's had it happen to myself, that's the best advice I can give you. Archive in private. Only let those that you trust see. Have friends that you can lean on and go to when you are upset, so you're not just out here streaming and blasting shit all over the place when you're upset, right? Oh, next weekend is a long one for the US. Well, in that case, enjoy your next week's long weekend. But that's the best you can do. That's the best advice that I can give. And I hope that if there is anyone out there that's listening to this and that they're going through drama themselves, that they take it. And that maybe eventually one day this platform will be less drama. We can only hope. Until then, I'll be here covering whatever I feel like. Because I'm not in a cult and I'll talk about whatever the hell I want. And no matter where you are, what you're doing, I hope that you all have a lovely rest of your weekend. My family's calling. They want to go hang out. And I think that that's all that needs to be said here. I'm not going to be talking about this again, and I ask other people out there to maybe not cover this. Let it die. Let it blow over. Let's give these guys a chance now to move on. Anything that happens from this moment forward is going to be archived in private, and you're not going to hear about it out here anymore, I hope. If Koli decides to have a big spaz on her channel, we'll deal with it, but I probably won't care. And I'll see you all very, very soon with another one. Mwah. Bye!